If you're a fan of cranberries and you love exploring unique flavor combinations, then get ready to discover your new favorite treat: pistachio butter cookies studded with tart, jewel-like cranberries. These cookies are a celebration of color, texture, and taste, perfect for any occasion, from festive gatherings to those quiet moments when you crave a little indulgence. Let's dive into what makes these cookies so special, how to make them, and why they just might become a staple in your baking repertoire. Imagine biting into a cookie that's delicately crisp on the edges, yet tender and buttery at its center. The first thing you notice is the rich, nutty flavor of pistachios, their subtle green hue lending both beauty and depth to the dough. Then, as you chew, the tart burst of cranberry comes alive, bright, sharp, and a perfect counterpoint to the cookie's mellow sweetness. Together, pistachios and cranberries create a flavor symphony, balanced and utterly irresistible. But what exactly sets these cookies apart? It all starts with pistachio butter, a luscious spread made by grinding roasted pistachios into a creamy, fragrant paste. Pistachio butter brings a unique richness that regular butter alone can't achieve. It infuses every bite with a gentle nuttiness, making the cookies taste luxurious without being heavy. If you've never baked with pistachio butter before, prepare to be amazed. It's like giving your classic cookie recipe a gourmet upgrade. And then there are the cranberries. Whether you use dried or fresh, cranberries inject a dose of tartness and a pop of color that's visually stunning. Dried cranberries are chewy and sweet tart, while fresh cranberries, if you can find them, offer a sharper tang. Either way, they cut through the richness of the pistachio butter, ensuring that every bite is lively and memorable. So, how do you bring these flavors together at home? The process is surprisingly simple, yet the results are anything but ordinary. Begin by gathering high-quality ingredients: pure pistachio butter, unsalted butter, granulated and brown sugar, all-purpose flour, a pinch of salt, and, of course, cranberries. For an extra layer of flavor, consider adding a splash of vanilla sila extract or the zest of a fresh orange. The citrus notes will amplify the brightness of the cranberries and make the pistachios sing. Cream the pistachio butter and unaltered butter together until light and fluffy. This step is crucial. It incorporates air and creates that perfect cookie texture, crisp yet tender. Add the sugars, beating until the mixture is pale and creamy. Next, stir in your eggs, vanilla, and orange zest, blending until everything is beautifully combined. Now comes the flour and salt, sifted together and added gradually to prevent overmixing. Once the dough comes together, fold in the cranberries, distributing them evenly so that every cookie is studded with bursts of color and flavor. At this stage, the dough will be soft and fragrant, flecked with green pistachio and ruby red cranberry. Chilling the dough is a step you won't want to skip. Not only does it make the cookies easier to shape, but it also allows the flavors to meld. After a brief rest in the refrigerator, scoop the dough onto baking sheets, spacing each mound a few inches apart. As the cookies bake, your kitchen will fill with the enticing aroma of toasted nuts and sweet fruit, a promise of the treat to come. Once golden at the edges and just set in the center, the cookies are ready. Let them cool slightly, then take your first bite. The delicate crunch yields to a buttery, melt-in-your-mouth center, with chewy cranberries and the lingering richness of pistachio. It's a taste that lingers, inviting you to reach for just one more. But these cookies aren't just delicious, they're also packed with benefits. Pistachios are a powerhouse of nutrients, offering protein, healthy fats, and antioxidants. Cranberries, too, are celebrated for their vitamin C content and tart polyphenols. So, while these cookies are certainly a treat, they also bring a touch of wholesome goodness to your snack time. There are endless ways to enjoy pistachio butter cranberry cookies. Serve them with a cup of tea or coffee for a cozy afternoon break, or package them up as a thoughtful homemade gift during the holiday season. They make a stunning addition to cookie platters, standing out with their festive colors and sophisticated flavor profile. For a special twist, try dipping half of each cookie in white chocolate and sprinkling with chopped pistachios. A little extra decadence for those who love to indulge. If you're feeling creative, you can customize this recipe to suit your tastes. swap in dark chocolate chunks for a richer treat, or add a sprinkle of flaky sea salt on top before baking to heighten the flavors. For a gluten-free version, substitute your favorite gluten-free flour blend. Just be sure to check the consistency of the dough, as different flours absorb moisture differently. You might also experiment with other dried fruits. Cherries, apricots, or even blueberries offer their own unique twists. But for true cranberry lovers, nothing quite compares to the classic combination of pistachio and cranberry. A pairing that's both timeless and modern, comforting yet exciting. So what's the secret to achieving cookie perfection? It all comes down to quality ingredients and careful technique. Use the freshest pistachio butter you can find, or make your own by blending roasted, unsalted pistachios until smooth. Fresh cranberries, when in season, can be chopped and tossed with a little sugar to tame their tartness. And don't underestimate the power of a little patience. Chilling the dough, watching the cookies closely as they bake, and allowing them to cool just enough before enjoying will all pay off in that perfect first bite. Beyond their incredible flavor, these cookies also tell a story of celebration, creativity, and the joy of sharing something delicious with the people you love. Whether you bake them for a special occasion or simply to brighten an ordinary day, they have a way of bringing people together, sparking conversation, and creating memories. And who knows, these pistachio butter cranberry cookies might just inspire you to experiment with other nut butters and fruits. Hazelnut butter with dried cherries, almond butter with figs, or cashew butter with golden raisins. The possibilities are endless, limited only by your imagination and taste buds. Of course, no cookie is complete without a few finishing touches. For a bakery-worthy presentation, consider dusting the cooled cookies with a light sprinkle of powdered sugar or drizzling with a simple glaze made from confectioner's sugar and a splash of citrus juice. The glaze not only adds sweetness, but also enhances the tartness of the cranberries, making each bite even more memorable. If you're serving these cookies at a gathering, arrange them on a platter with fresh cranberries and sprigs of rosemary or mint for a festive, seasonal look. Their vibrant colors and inviting aroma will draw guests in, and before you know it, there won't be a crumb left. For those who love to bake ahead, these cookies freeze beautifully. Simply let them cool completely, then store in an airtight container in the freezer. When you're ready to enjoy, a quick thaw at room temperature brings them back to their tender, flavorful best, ready to delight at a moment's notice. And finally, remember that the best part of baking is sharing. Whether you pass a plate to a friend, tuck a few into a lunchbox, or simply savor them with your morning coffee, these pistachio butter cranberry cookies are more than a treat. They're a celebration of the flavors you love, crafted with care and meant to be enjoyed. So, cranberry lovers, rejoice! With every bite of these pistachio butter cookies, you'll experience the perfect marriage of nutty richness and tart fruitiness, a combination that's both comforting and exciting, familiar and new. Whether you're an experienced baker or just starting out, this recipe offers a delicious way to explore the world of unique cookie flavors. Gather your ingredients, preheat your oven, and get ready to fall in love with a cookie that's as beautiful as it is delicious. Happy baking!